No, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just.
I still your spot.
No, I was, camera's here, I'm gonna be down.
This, I got a lot of these, usually dump truck, but I was in a lot of these buildings that we been going through because they're really.
I mean, well, and they did increase the value on, I can't remember, what percentage they
Have
said.
not received any of these done first, I can find. Okay, I did just something that was really, so I you have one in me, because I have the blanket room. And that way I know, that way I know it was.
Yep, go ahead.
You know, I received something in it. But you have to take on it. Yeah, something you can just email for you. Very mind, but you should play you on the day. Okay, see that. No, I don't think it's not real to do.
We ready?
Okay.
Cool. We'll call the meeting to order. Thank you, Tia, for joining us. Okay, what do we got?
Okay, so I sent, the vehicle and equipment schedules to Sandy a while ago. So she has sent those back to me and I'm working on making all those changes, in Mako. And then it sounds like she's maybe working on building stuff also, or what?
I was just, I think you need to make a change that. I think that, cause I was looking to it, I've highlighted some of them.
Good.
That need. We got to just take a peek with them because, they're extremely high.
Yeah, and I know that they did do another, increase, and I can't remember, it was like 2.5% increase, on the buildings for replacement.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think that's why, that some of those have increased also. I think that's 2 years, I think they've had an increase, in the property evaluations every year for like the last 3 years at least.
I can understand that, but then you wake up one of the owners here for almost $1 million and it's really the price of the outfit. So. It's just think we should.
50,000.
50,000 and it's $1 million?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that just what it would be to rebuild that, like, even though the appraisal's at 50,000, what it would cost to?
Rebuild.
They have it as a recut and as an appraisal value. And they'll make it sound. And then when we go, I should have put my things together, but I was not feeling one. I thought this was tomorrow.
So which building was that one?
Red Yard Senior Center.
Oh, yeah, that was like 900 some odd thousand. We just did a PAR on that here a couple of years ago too. So,
They have it. So our total covered value on that is 1,115,000 and that
Includes,
includes this.
yeah,
But. The building is, I believe. Or even the state on the appraisal. That's why I was talking.
it was a couple of years ago when those folks from Florida came up and we went all around the county and looked at different buildings.
yeah, I think that was maybe in 2021 or 22.
Yeah, that's not about right.
Yeah.
And I think we have too many bathrooms. I don't know.
They took them out to Western Health.
I think we've got a whole bunch of bathrooms at the fairgrounds and I don't think it's I mean, I just noticed it and I thought, oh, that's a lot of bathrooms. Huh?
Sure.
Yeah, we got a lot of bathrooms up there and I'm thinking that we don't have like that many bathrooms. But I was just, you know what, I just looked at this yesterday because I usually don't look at buildings. But then I happened to and I'm going, wow, that's a lot. But then I gotta put my papers.
Yeah,
And so I thought, we still have time to look at them and adjust them before our renewal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because our renewal rate is on which day?
The 16th of February.
oh, yeah, that I have to submit everything to.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 16th of February, we have to fix that.
I can still make changes on those, for a little bit after while they're still working, doing the rates and everything.
Oh,
So,
because I know that we're here and
Yeah,
then
they
we,
just want all the application and everything sent in by the 16th. But, I can still work on those, but I wouldn't want to do it too much longer because then we might get the changes.
well, I'll keep my paper together and then I'll be.
So, the application, I sent you guys the previous year, so you guys could go kind of, look at the numbers for what you had last year. So, and there's really, not too much, I mean, like 7 different numbers that I need, I guess, for that.
Here's the numbers I was able to come up with, the highlighted ones,
You know, that, Chapel Raven building, that's not ours.
It still has to be on there. I don't believe it's, listed on there for a value, but it has to be because. Okay, I remember, yes, because it's part of the fairgrounds and even though they have their own insurance on that building after they built the new building, I remember talking to Bonnie about that. Asking why it was on the insurance when it was covered elsewhere. And she said for liability, it has to be on there because it is still on the fairgrounds.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's a heck of a lot of money that's in our total, because these are all based off of, our rates are based off these and
Yeah.
totals.
And I'll look at that, but I know that we had discussed that a few years ago. Because somebody had mentioned that it was insured elsewhere. And so why do we have to have it listed on there? And that's why, it's because it's still on county, like it's fairgrounds, so it's still.
We have to provide liability on it. How much is that liability?
Well, the problem is it's, we're paying, paying, no, in our values for 2,124,962 if I lined my papers up properly. Right, I'm not, but. Yeah. It didn't mean to not have my paper
Liability?
together.
No, that would be for.
Yeah, because you say,
I know
That's
I
not our
asked
building.
on that. I know I asked about it, because I remember talking about it with Bonnie. I'll look into it,
Because
but I know that I had asked her.
at the end of the day, this is the dollar amount that we pay.
Yeah,
And so I don't wanna pay for the $2 million building, that's not. But we might have my papers and. No, I'm sure it's worth $2 million.
21. Let's see, $621,600.
What is that?
That brings the value for the chuck wagon.
Is what?
That was now 620.
The appraised value is $621,600,
Yes,
but. What we're paying on is the very last column, total covered value,
okay, yeah.
the 2 million.
Let's see where you're at.
Yeah, because we pay on this very last column, and I can't remember that. The
Yeah, how
same
they-
thing,
It could
how
be
they
just
figure out
a
the rate.
calculation
I
off
do,
of that 2 million value. You would think with us not insuring it would be a calculation that would be done a little bit differently, even though there's still a liability because it's separate. You would think there could be a different calculation for it.
because we do have that, she gave me the, how to figure that off of this. And she gave it for the buildings and the
Yeah.
equipment,
Yeah.
so I know how to figure it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll quit interrupting. No, I don't.
Okay, so if I have. So it looks like I just need if there's any other emergency professionals, transit miles. Transit miles is only for the senior center, for meal delivery, appointments that they take people to, that's all that's for, and they should have a log. I can, try and reach out, who would I reach out to at the senior center? Ask about.
Unfortunately,
Oh, okay. So I would,
So we need to get covered.
yeah, I just need a total for the year. Transit miles for anybody that,
Meals on Wheels.
for Meals on Wheels, any appointments.
I don't think we've done.
Was it a guesstimate? Because.
They should have a log,
State meals down,
Help
I
us.
believe.
then you're not gonna get anything.
5,000
over there. It's gone.
I do already
know over from scratch.
Okay.
Wow, that's wrong with the
So that's what I'm saying. Do we need a guesstimated amount if we're gonna start meals down at Highline? Like, how do-
Well, this,
are we still?
is it here or estimated?
It's just an estimated year, so I guess you could base it on what you had past year. And then maybe figure if you are doing, adding to it, just maybe
That's what I'm
trying
saying.
to.
Gas cards. Do mileage. Just slow down there, have to put it on the card.
I'm sorry,
No.
that is. When I looked at those. Right, on one day, on that, yeah, or on what they said they were for mileage. The vehicle uses no mileage, but it goes no miles, but it uses gasoline. I think
Yeah, and it's just a
Even if it's not
guesstimate, and
high,
they said that it's, I mean, it's just something that they put on there just in case they were to need it in the future.
You would think
Like
you
it
would,
was 12 to 14 miles a day, I think.
And last
It's
year,
down.
That's easy
Yeah,
enough
that
to
was,
figure out.
right, I'm just saying that.
I'm thinking more down.
so last year, you guys put 0 transit miles. So.
it has to be like.
But I know that there was, I know there was transit miles the year before. I can try and see what that was. Um,
And that has to be on the application, which you need to.
And then,
My best.
so volunteers, um,
What other volunteers?
If we delivered to Guilford,
Volunteers.
So question on that is like, say you have a board, museum board, consider volunteers, so they'd be included in those numbers.
I believe if they are on a board,
I already got the
think
board
it's-
numbers on there. for
yeah, I
us.
think it's just other volunteers. Like not ones that are on any board or anything, so if there's any volunteers that volunteer at the senior center or the fairgrounds or, I don't know.
This is the question we were talking about last week.
Say, you have an average on that? Can you do a number? It's got to be one solid number.
We can do a number, but I mean, it's not gonna ever be like an exact number because there's just too much. So just an educated guess.
I would almost say 20 right now at the. A lot of these.
Oh, it would become a-
I would say 20. Take it to a little low.
So last year we had 18 total.
Take 20, because we picked up two.
Well, that, yeah, that was.
Three.
Oh,
Well, where else there volunteers? Where else is there volunteers?
does the museum? Not the name of the museum or
do
something.
they, yeah, there's a.
I think even the garbage pickers are contracted. Oh, cause we got the football team to do it.
I would do
Yeah,
maybe 12 or 25.
It's just rounding.
25?
If you want. Say 20 for the council on aging for sure.
And then, like for, the health department, do they have any other staff besides 5 nurses and, or I guess could be the detention center. Cause I have, so 5 nurses and 1 public health officer. Last year I had 5, and then I also had 1 other emergency professional, 1, and then 1 public health.
So then the, that compares for the. You know,
it's for the
They're
health
doing which one?
department, Susan was
Oh,
on that, in interview, if she's needed, no, Susan,
Yeah.
Susan, yeah. Sue Swan, she hasn't been there, no, oh, Susan, it's a short. Wow, yeah, really. Some of the election,
Yeah.
summers.
Yeah. But I think she.
So the 5 nurses, and 1 public health officer, that would be between the, the health department and the jail?
No, that was just the health department. That was
Okay.
Kim's number she gave me.
Okay, and then do we know 1 nurse at the jail? Okay.
Yep, she's. No, she's retired, they've got a part. They're one there,
The new one's the part-time.
yeah, Drewski did.
You know, if we go back to them transit miles, if you use 12 miles a day in town for 20, you get around here. And if you go out on the highway for so many, like, so you get right around that 5,000.
Yeah, if we have a number, what was your number?
Well, it says 4880, like 5,000.
It's a good number to go with. I mean, in town, it's pretty easy to figure out. It's the timeline.
Hmm.
I mean, if it's an
Well-
estimate, it doesn't really matter.
And then are they doing, deliveries or whatever to the Highline?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Those will be,
They were earlier last year.
So do we want to just go with 5,000 or 40?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah,
that's a little high, that's okay.
Like I said, that's a number that they, have. That she told me that they don't really use, but they put it on there just in case it was something that they.
That total number of other emergency professionals, I highlighted it because I didn't know if DES would go in there.
Okay.
So
you know,
When we were talking about that, that's where my mind went, like, yeah. No, we're just too professional.
Should,
Yeah.
I didn't want to write it in there, so I just highlighted it,
Okay,
but
well, I'll just put one then for that.
would you have more than that?
Well, I'm gonna ask about the,
Would we have the ambulance?
Does the ambulance need to put mileage and all that stuff too?
you know,
I'll
She
put
said
it,
just the,
total number of emergency professionals, so that would be the ambulance.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
think so.
that's our,
Oh, I don't know.
well, yeah, or it's all under.
But I don't know how many ambulance people you have.
It's like,
5 or 6 other people that run with the
Yeah.
ambulance.
got-
we have a bigger list.
The Warrens, you got Kane, you got,
Two canes, you've got, two Lorries, 2 Stressels,
yeah,
you've
Kane,
got,
Julie,
and then you got
Carol,
Urban.
Drinka, Lynn,
No, she doesn't do it
or
anymore.
do anymore.
No, no.
You have Stevenson,
Yes, here,
Darren.
Darren, yeah. Same,
and including the other 5 that we had listed. Well, for
Because-
emergency personnel.
Yes, because they are the ones who do the ambulance runs.
Okay,
you just listed ambulance, but you're gonna put the other people like the DES, you know?
would.
I don't know.
Under emergency personnel. It's just one faction of her duties.
I wonder.
one. Okay. So that. So that's pretty much on that. Did you guys look, through these boards? Just, I don't know if there's ones on there that you guys don't have. I know it seems like I delete 1 or 2 of them every year and then they always show back up on the application the next year. So,
I have a list of them right here, so I'll go through them real quick and make sure they're all on there.
this. And then, so the deductibles just needs to go through and, make sure you don't want any of them to change. They've always stayed the same ever since I have
Yeah.
been here.
No, I'm comfortable.
$2,000's a good figure to keep in your head.
Yeah.
So I can start telling them my
I have 2 here, library and the water. We don't have a water. I'm aware.
The water districts, I have 6, but I don't have a list who itemizes who's all on it. That's why I wrote down just 6 water.
It just says water district.
Library, I do not know how many are on that one.
You don't do that.
That's a city.
Down city, yeah.
It should be on. Library. And that's been off of there.
Is she on that board?
Yeah.
I know we love that board.
Okay. So really all, is the building stuff. I'm working on all the changes that Sandy has sent me.
Okay.
So I will put in that these deductibles are good. Looks like we pretty much have the application done. And I will ask about the chuck wagon, and I will also just ask about, emergency professionals, just to double check who we should be putting in there.
Okay.
What is that one?
And then, remember, I sent you, it's on this list, but I sent you a lines from babies.
Yeah.
That's, and the mosquito sprayers, I sent you.
I don't have the road advisory on there. I mean, it's listed, but I didn't include them in the numbers. Do you guys know how many are on the road advisory? If you guys don't know, I can run over and check in my file.
Now, let me bring that up real quick.
I don't know what that northern tier board is. I don't, it's called northern tier. I don't think I have anything that says northern tier in my stuff.
Do you have the number for those people on there?
Northern tier.
What is that?
I don't have any record of a northern tier. I've never even heard of it.
No, so
Where did that come?
What?
Did you get?
It's on here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
nothing.
Sorry.
Tell us what it is, 'cause I didn't know what it is.
And then planning, you got planning, city, county planning, Hill County planning. So there's not three, right? There's just city, county planning and Hill County planning.
Right.
So we can get rid of one of those. And then mosquito and the mosquito district, that's one and the same, right?
Right? There's a city county planning board and then a Hill County planning board.
Yes.
Yep, that's like, yeah.
And then it
Road
says planning.
advisory committee, there's
There's
one,
three,
three,
but there should be
four,
two.
five, 6, 10, 11, 12 people on there.
On which one?
The road advisory,
Road. Okay, so we need to add those 12.
and we have a Central Montana Country Board. Is that on?
Exactly.
I counted it. Yeah, I counted it.
Is it Appeal Tourism District?
Oh, that's what the Central Montana Country Board is right here.
The Tourism Business Improvement District one.
What does the Central Montana board do?
So these are our boards.
I haven't been in charge of it.
These are our boards.
What does it say that Central Montana board does?
And these are the, I don't know, but these are all the districts. I don't know what they do, but I just know.
Because I do tax appeal board.
Well, the tax appeal
Yeah,
board's
always
in
hard
there.
questions.
Yeah, the
I
tax
know.
appeal board's in there.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I don't see any other ones
Central
missing.
County. Try Central, I don't.
Did you find the northern tier?
Oh, that one, no, I don't know. She has the list right there.
I don't have anything in my stuff that says northern tier, so.
Any of us went away?
Maybe the northern tier is that central thing.
No, I got central. I got Central Montana Country Board.
Okay, but I'm saying, is it like, it used to be called Northern and now it's Central?
I have no idea. Northern tiers
Maybe
never
we gotta figure out who's even on these.
There's a list of everybody on
that
those.
I have.
This is the historic preservation board.
Yes. It's one. One.
They're gonna have two kids waiting.
Oh, Tia, I did count the road advisory. Yeah, there, I have 15 in all, 12 are members, 3 are commissioners. So don't add the road advisory, it's already included in there.
Okay.
I was looking at my old list versus my new list.
Maybe sure that's even, it's not even a county one. We swear them in, but we don't select.
Is it city?
City County, because even it's hotels, so.
It's with.
So it is city.
They,
Business. And you know, this
Food is included in your numbers there.
But is this,
Number. As tourism board. I just
Okay.
didn't write it down.
yeah, I'm just putting these on this list here.
Would this help? I can make a copy of this.
You know what?
This tells you, excuse me, yeah. This tells you how many commissioners are on each one. Sure.
Because this one right here is not a board, we only have one person on it, but we do not have the power to do this board.
Yeah, and that one's not.
Okay, good. Because we don't have any power. Reappoint someone.
pretty specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about this Sage Creek Water District?
Sure about that one. What are the water districts?
Actually takes care of all the water districts. Did you get into numbers?
Parker Recorder's office always taking care of the water districts and the fire districts. And then when applications come in or regional term expires, then we.
Okay, so they're done. This one doesn't have a northern tier.
I don't think we have any. Maybe that northern here is this.
Tax appeal board. Then, so the tourism business improvement district, then do I need to put that on there?
That's not ours.
Okay, so these are only new.
Well, technically, a lot of these are, you're right. Yeah, like, county.
It's one of them, and
If we get
we don't,
tourism one,
yes, we do not appoint.
Tourism. Tourism appoints, we swear.
Right.
Because that's how, remember that one gal that has that, clerk over
then
there?
why do we advertise for it?
Amethyst was taking care of all of that. And then I think Jana is all the hotels. Because they told us who was on it.
Why
Because I
do we
asked them that.
advertise for those positions that are open? And I've always wondered that myself, because
That's what the chairman needs to do.
it's not,
I think it would make more sense.
Yeah.
because I don't know why we would ever have that, because we only get asked to be on.
So Inverness Water, these are only new, so I don't know how many. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of Inverness. So County Water, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And these are the, water districts?
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are the ones that Riley takes care of. Then it says Box Elder Water and Sewer. It'll be at 1, 2, 3, and 4. That one. And these are just newly appointed, so I don't know who else.
So 4 for Inverness, 4 for Box Elder Water and Sewer, and then 4 for Hill County Water.
Yep.
But I'm confused why we have those water on there because they're not, they have their own, oh, they,
And that's true, because when North Kremlin Water District asked us about if they can come underneath the county's umbrella to look for grants, AirPod, we said, yeah, go ahead, but they're not doing it. But so, yeah, that goes along with what you're saying is they're their own districts. We have no, like, they're not county encompassing, because if they were, they could just use AirPod without our signal.
we do not appoint, we do not do that. They do their own thing on them, so I don't know, like, we. Because they're not our thing. I mean, Guilford never comes in and asks anything. Guilford Water
We don't.
District.
Oh.
They
On the
send
historic
me-
preservation one. That one
You can
involves
see who-
points that.
Include what?
You have to include like water districts. The thing encompassing for the county.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think that we really should because
Yeah.
like the Red Yard has do their own thing. And they, I mean, if they can't get someone to pay, they can. So they collect money that way, like the rest of these. They're just not our people. They're their own. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Um. What else was I gonna?
That's what I wonder about the Mount Royal too. We don't,
We don't appoint, you know.
they're their own area.
I'm still looking. Oh, no, okay. That part of the other one, yeah.
Or were they all things that are initially set up under the county commission? I guess. Comes to mind.
I know,
Bonnie might know.
the Mount Royal is a district.
Well, that's a good point, because all of these might have been set up through the commission, and that's how they were, and then it's kind of a, you just see where they're there, and they stayed.
And, you know, you're falling under being public and not a private entity per se. I don't, just thought.
It's like the Mount Royal is a district in itself, and that's how they do it, and
That district one out, was it through the commission?
That's what it stayed on
yeah, we don't have, not ours.
Just look on the red.
This is a good example, like, solid for 1%.
That's a good example.
Your ESPJ.
And there's only, I mean,
Are you,
Mount Royal's got a really odd district.
Um. So I guess I just want to make sure what I need to, what I should I just leave all these boards as they are? Take out water, because there's already fire and water there. And then add the tax appeal board. And should I remove the northern tier and the Mount Royal
I'd say yes.
to remove them?
Yeah.
If you don't,
Northern Turbo.
yeah,
That other,
The tourism business improvement district.
that's not. It's not that, no, it's a regional planning development. Business development, development, services, municipal services. Their services. They get it, the one with the hotels, all these. People are out, maybe they could change the name.
Oh, from northern tier to the tourism.
Lower tourism.
step.
It's all the local business owners, co-workers, three hotel managers are on it, classes. Well, this is people.
Keep it as only, maybe, a couple else.
Well, I guess.
And they have to buy in,
No,
agree to participate.
Took one off, so there's on the floor.
Would you take on?
Super. Yeah. We can, doing powerful, develop businesses, straight communities.
For that up, reason.
Okay. So the only thing that I need is this, signed. And then, I'll get all these numbers plugged in, the deductibles plugged in, and then I will just keep working on, what Sandy has sent me for the vehicles and equipment. And then, if there's any adjustments for, oh, I will ask about the truck wagon again. I know that there was a reason that they had it listed on there, but if it's just for liability, I don't know why it needs to be on there for,
Yeah, I don't wanna pay too many on that
no,
$2.2 million building.
yeah. And then,
I got this on the agenda tomorrow. Yeah.
No, this is the one that was on the agenda last week that,
Oh, that's right. Okay, we can't,
no, I think you, I can't remember if you motioned or not, but you said we'll be finalizing it today with Tia.
okay. Oh, wait, no.
It'll be.
Well, since this isn't, I was meeting. Yeah. Just for transparency, for minutes and everything. Do you have any issues on this? Okay. Just for how good it is.
Doesn't get paid enough.
I also did hear back from Bonnie on the, um,
Cattle guards?
yes, thank you. My mind is not working today.
On what?
Cattle guards. She said theoretically, no, because
They're not covered.
no, because the county, or I mean, the roads and infrastructure are not covered under the policy. Like roads and infrastructure of the county. So it would not be something that they would be
Covered.
covered.
Why would we have it on, have a guard?
We waited out.
Well, she was asking if, because if the road department was making, would it be covered?
It came up in our last road department meeting. Bill, they're talking about the cattle guards. So Tia says they're not covered for them.
Yeah, they would not be covered because the, Mako doesn't cover, like, the roads and they don't cover infrastructure.
Especially a cattle guard, I'm pretty.
So what do you do about that?
Why did we want to cover a cattle guard?
What happened in the road department meeting is somebody came in and asked Shane to build a cattle guard. And I said, you have to be careful with that because our business used to build cattle guards for the county. And you have to have insurance to cover you for liability reasons. So I don't know if the county, if they're building their own cattle guards. So if they're building them, are they covered under the insurance? And so I asked Tia, and that's what Tia's saying is that no, they are not covered. So they shouldn't probably be building them.
Well, I think that you can build them for your own, but building them for a private party would not be.
I don't know,
I
even
don't think
building
that
I
would-
think that's gonna be a conversation.
with Shane.
I mean,
Yeah,
that would.
but it sounds
be
like
proper.
even building on their own, it might be an issue.
Well, I mean, if they're not doing it on business hours, like when they're at work, like if he's doing it outside of work on his own time, it would be on him. It would not be on the county.
No,
Oh, the county.
their county is building them.
Yeah, and so if they're building them when they're at work for the county, if something happened, could be bad.
Well, if it's for county purposes,
If
that's
it's
okay.
for
but if it's-
county roads, I mean, but
do you have to be certified?
I mean.
Just curious.
you should be,
Yeah,
I
that's
would say.
great. Better.
Because I don't know, is anybody up there certified? I think it's funny being on a private business for us to go out and start building private cattle.
What was that?
Well, definitely for that specific, for us to go out and build private cattle guards for someone who's coming in on a business.
You're taking
Wow,
a
not
profit
our
away
job.
from a family business.
anyway, that's what I'm
And we
saying.
used to build them for the county, but then the county fell on hard times, so they came to us and asked if they could build them for one season themselves. And we said yes, because it was our design. And then all of a sudden they started building them. And then at fast forward years, a gentleman came in the last road department meeting and asked Shane to build some. And I said, you should be careful because we had to be insured for that stuff. And I don't know if you can be building for people because now you're taking business away from your taxpayers.
You are very right. It should never, we should never build for the private
But
individual.
are we being covered workers' comp and everything else wise, if these people are doing, that's where my brain goes. I'm sorry, as the positions.
That one would be, I'm looking more of the issue if they would. Employees build a cattle guard.
Are they
put it out there,
code? Are they
something happens.
inspected? Are you certified? Are you're well?
That's another piece, but I'm just telling you, we have to give all that description for workers' comp
Yeah.
sake
Like,
on what
for-
people are
there would be a
doing and
different class
welding.
code for
Exactly.
that.
Well, and
Yes.
I would have, because the ones out there for the department are probably already, that's not the only thing that they probably will.
But is it the shop floor? I mean, I guess I always
No,
assumed
but
it was banned.
For workers' comp, you should have it classified as a
Anybody.
welder.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
what I'm
that's what-
saying.
how
The
we
only
had to do
one
it.
That I would think would even fall into it would be banned,
Yeah, Ben's
you know, that's. the
one.
only
I don't know if
even
there's
I would
more.
think
Because
of.
the question was, is that he had asked basically the cattle guards be built differently, that would they be rounded and not flat, because when there's snow on there, the cows think it's flat, and then they have issues with they step into it, pulling out.
Yeah, he wanted a different
Because
design.
the idea is if they slip it in on a rounded one, the snow's gonna melt off of it or fall off
Right.
of it. And also it's easier for them to pull their hoofs back out if it's rounded.
Yeah,
But
but
that's
that's
not
what,
part of our job
that's
or
what a
duty.
welding,
Right.
welding.
It's what a fabrication shop does.
Thank you. That is what they do
Right.
is, and that should be where that gentleman goes. We cannot step into a private business.
Yeah.
But you also gotta make sure you're covered because if the county's building them for themselves on county roads, you need to make
Somebody
sure,
goes through 'em.
yeah, that you're covered for that because now you've taken on building them for yourself.
And I was thinking, most of the time, I mean, they can repair they could repair, but the actual startup of it.
Yeah, because if something were to happen and they were built by a manufacturing company that built them, they would already be.
They would be the liability.
Yeah, because we had to have an engineer draw up our plans. And then we had insurance to cover ourselves if something happened.
Yeah.
Because that,
Because
the
then it'd
one
be
thing that I
following
wonder
us.
is, yes, we can. Sure, I could build one, but I think you have to have the plan covered. And are they using your plan?
I think they might be using our plans. I think this is back when Terry Otto and my father-in-law owned it. It is possible Gary let them see the plans. I don't know.
Because they wouldn't, because those.
You're talking years ago, but we used to continue to build them. They came back and got a few from us, but then after a while, it just eventually slowed down and then they started building them. So
But if you can't use your plans and even if you sold your plans.
we did not sell it.
Someone else, and no.
But that's just it. We could sell our design to another welding outfit here and then they could then turn around and build them, but
You're very
And
good.
we have a certified welder on staff at the.
Yeah, so you don't have a certified welder
Yeah.
and, yeah, okay, I'm not my business. No.
and the only reason it's on my radar is because we used to do the work. So it's just something I saw that I don't know if you guys are covered and it's something you need to be aware of.
You can patch weld without being, but I don't think we can.
Oh, yeah, anybody can form it if anything. Weld a bead, but I mean.
I mean, I should have weld. But
Not anybody.
I'm not.
But wouldn't that be the
I'm not
case if you
building.
did that stuff, like even like on a vehicle? It would null and void any warranty on it, right?
Yeah,
Same with equipment. You
Yeah,
gotta be
that's what I
careful with
mean.
these new tractors, because if you
Yeah.
do anything, then you can null and void the warranty.
That, there was that.
I'm sure Radios told them don't do anything to
You
these
can't
graders.
do a thing, well, even on that Massey, they can't touch it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for another, like, they can't touch it because that Massey will be void.
Yep.
oh, are we good? I mean, I don't want to waste anybody's time.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you will.
Are you good, Tia?
We're not a rat hole.
Thank you.
All right, meeting adjourned 10:53.